Welcome back. Here we are an hour and a half into the game. Let's review the objectives we set out for ourselves at the beginning. Yeah, we don't have any of these done. So it turns out this game's kinda hard. But it's not too much longer, we just have some really hard puzzles to solve in front of us. And we're almost done. So there's a lot of puzzles we know we can try to approach right now, like the dome combination, or the fire marble press, or this circular room of stones in it. But rather than going to where we enter the password, let's look at some of the clues we've found in the world, like these wooden balls. Here's what we know about these wooden balls. There's 5 of them, they've all got a different symbol on them, and they all make a different sound when you click on them. So, symbols and sounds. There's 2 different things we can explore right now. Let's start by looking at the sounds. This one should be pretty easy to recognize. If you remember, this was the sound of the frog we caught. The next one's also kind of easy, if you remember. This is the sound of that giant fish we saw in the tank. This next one's not so easy to recognize. And for this one we don't have a sound at all. And for this one, this doesn't sound like anything that we've heard around here. So this third one here, we actually did hear this animal. And maybe we can remember which one it was just by thinking of all the animals that we've been able to see. So we already know about the frog and the big fish. We've also seen the toucan seals. And we've also seen a beetle on a fence post. That's the sound. So this one is the beetle, which means that the toucan seal's probably one of these other 2. However, we're left with a dilemma because we only know about 4 animals around here, and there's 5 balls. Also, this one doesn't have any sound, so how are we going to figure that out? Let's take a closer look at these toucan seals and see if we can get them to make any other sound. We're actually able to approach them, and we still have control while they're just looking around like this. Okay, the animation stopped. Now this is different. Last time when I got this close, they ran away. Now let's keep approaching. And there's the answer. So the toucan seals are this one. Well, we've associated 4 of the symbols on the wooden balls to 4 different animals that we've found around here. So why would that be helpful? Where in the world is knowing about animals going to be useful? Well, in the circular room with stones, we see that there's images of animals on these stones, so it probably has something to do with this. This one here is definitely the toucan seals. The big fish is also pretty easy to recognize, what with the tusks and the profile image. And the other ones are a little bit hard to identify, so there's 2 different frogs, not really sure which one this is, and there's 3 different beetles that this could be. So we're going to need some more information to disambiguate which one of these symbols is the correct one for each one of these things. So if we just look at these images, we could probably figure out which one is right, but let's see if we can find some more definitive clues. What we want is something that looks like this symbol, and it has to be associated with this animal or maybe with the wooden ball. So let's go take a look. So over here is where we found the beetle. It was on this fence post. And the beetle's not here anymore. We can't even look closely there for any kind of clues. Here's the other side of the fence. Not seeing anything here. Let's try looking at the wooden ball. Alright, this is the wooden ball. That's clearly the sound of the beetle. So this is that pool that had the water that we didn't know what it did? Alright, now that's a clue. This is clearly this symbol. So, what we see here is that this eyeball is the eye in this symbol. And the symbol is made out of water. Let's see if we can see that pattern in some of the other eyes. So here we are at the big fish eye, and there's water around. So let's see if we can somehow see a symbol of the fish in this water. Can't even see the eye. Okay, there's the eye. We already know the symbol for the big fish, but, you know, maybe we'll be able to get some further confirmation. Well, I don't see it. I mean, this kind of looks like the fish, but doesn't have the tusks, and this part's too big, so I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Let's check some of the other ones. Alright, here's the ball for the frog. And, guess we should back up a little bit. There's no water around here anywhere. So, there's the eye. Now look at that! That totally looks like a frog. So that would be this symbol then. Alright, we're on a roll. Let's see if we can find a symbol for the toucan seal here. I can't even see the ball anymore. So let's try looking at it from above. Here we are on the top level. And relative to this dome, it should be on the left here. Okay, there's the giant dagger. And the ball's behind it, but we can't see the eye from here. Yeah, we can't even really see the dagger. Is that it? I don't know. Okay, there's the dagger. I mean, we can't get a good look at the eye from here, so I don't know about this one. I think I'm ready to give up. Alright, here's the last ball. And can't see anything. Don't see anything here. Let's see, it's behind this thing. There it is. There it is. Okay, I don't see anything here. All we have is this note. This note talks about how Gen was looking at another ball that's floating in the water in the village. So let's see if we can find that. Alright, here we are in the village. Let's look over the water. Don't really see anything. Well, this search could get pretty exhausting. There is a lot of water out here, and we're looking for a tiny wooden ball. Gen didn't really get... Oh, is that it? Looks like it's anchored in place somehow. That's how Gen described it. Let's go swim out to it. No, of course not. Yeah, that really looks like a wooden ball. Okay, so let's try looking at it from different angles. Well, here we are up at the top where this thing is, and by the way, this thing has reset back to here after we dropped it off at the teepee. We can't even look down at it from here, so I don't think this is where we're supposed to look at it from. Alright, here we are in the teepee. Oh. Let's see, it should be over here somewhere. No, it's even further this way. Alright. Oh, I saw it. There it is. Don't see anything special though. Here it is in front of the tracks underneath the water, but you know, I think I know what this thing is. This thing is probably the camera for that scope that we looked at in the aquarium room. And in this note, Gen is even talking about looking at that wooden ball through the scope from his survey room. So let's go try that. Okay, here we are in the survey room. And we were able to look at the village through this scope on the right. So, don't know what I'm looking at here. Okay, there's the walkway, so the ball should be to the right some more. Well, I think that's it. There's the ball, and this is a symbol of this flatfish thing here. So there's two different fish, but this one is this symbol. Well, look at that. We know all 5 stone symbols for these 5 balls. So let's go try to collect them all. We've got the frog. We've got the big fish. We've got the beetle. The flatfish. And finally, toucan seal. Nothing happened? Yeah, the stones are going back up. Okay, so we seem to have not done it right. So on each of these 5 balls, we've also got a symbol. Well, you may recognize that these symbols also show up in the classroom. For example, here's one of the symbols already, the one associated with the beetle. Each time you spin this wheel, a symbol shows up at the bottom, and the guy goes down a certain number of clicks. So that was 4 clicks for this symbol that's associated with the toucan seals. And this symbol, we don't have any association for it. But it's 9 clicks for this symbol. If we keep doing this, we'll eventually learn these symbols, 1 through 10. Now we can put a number against each animal stone, and we can try clicking them in the right order. Start with the flatfish, next the beetle, the frog, the toucan seal, and the big fish. Ooh, look at that. Is there water on the wall? Yeah, why not? Water's already all over the place. Ooh, it's going through tracks on the wall. Okay, I guess the water moved away, so I have access to this panel. Alright, it's folding back. And I get... Oh! Hey, look, it's a linking book. Looks like it actually works this time. This kind of looks like that crater lake that we've been to already. So I wonder if this book is us traveling through time. Alright. Here's the cover art of Riven. Can't go forward anymore. What's this? Did she just shoot a poison dart at me? Man. So we lose. Or do we? It's really dark, but I can just barely see some dude. There's the dude. Leading us over to that big center thing. Man, that was really dark. So now did we lose? Okay. Got a bowl. Where are we? Is that where we started? So are we inside that big sphere? Just a little window in the door. There's a dude walking around casually on that bridge. What does he think he's doing? Think he owns the place? Well, he's gone. Can't climb through the window, although you never know in these games. Okay, this door is locked. Is this a bed? Yeah, you can lay back down on the bed. Ooh, something's happening. Is that the door opening? Hello.
Katarina e now da saya palo. Yapa ay manay yalepo. Mio tisay. Bekaretere wira pe yelo kene falapo. Tisay. Why te falupe?
Okay, something about Catherine? Is that like Catherine? And then a bunch of other stuff I didn't understand. So, ooh, we just picked up some items. Look at this. They're in our inventory. Check it out. Oh, it's a linking book. Where do we go? Oh, what is this?
Vai. Una salsa. Ja na plene je poco sipo.
Okay, that was the prison book. This is us in prison right now.
Freitag.
Cool. Did we lose? Oh my goodness, we actually did lose. This is the credits. Alright, let's restore from an earlier save. Okay, here we go. We've got this book, but we're not going to click it this time. So this is apparently the prison book we started the game with that looks like a linking book, but don't click it. Do you know what this means? This means we've completed an objective. Hooray! And what's this? Oh, it's a book. Okay, I read that, and now let's summarize it. Wait, there's another cutscene playing. We'll summarize it in a moment. Hello again.
Sirapo. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na vene. Tapo mo revene beno.
Give me even more books.
Now, Katarina ne. Wisifa polo ya sepe yai.
Does she actually think I can understand any of that? Maybe the real puzzle in this game is figuring out who I am. Okay, let's... Oh wait, we can't just get this one? Can't pick it up? Okay, so it's a linking book. And we're back! Cool. Before I summarize that book, I want to try going back through again. Okay. Seems to work so far. Okay. Well, I don't see a boat around here. We were riding in on a boat, so I'm kind of afraid of an ambush now. Huh? There's nobody here now. Okay, we can get a closer look at this thing. Lots and lots of daggers. And a linking book back. Okay, so we can go back and forth then. Alright, now let's summarize this book, which is a journal written by Catherine. Gen is pretending to be a god, and he's a cruel ruler. He's using a local fish here called a wark to inflict fear in the Rivenese people to keep them subservient. The teepee we saw in the village is really a gallows, where transgressors are dangled by their ankles into the lake where a wark would devour them. Not only do the Rivenese people, including the Black Moiety, believe that Gen is a god, they also believe that Catherine is a god, and although she's not totally cool with that, she is rolling with it to lead the rebellion against Gen. Her strategy is just to run away, pretty much, since Riven's falling apart anyway. Catherine can write magic books just like Atris and Gen, and she's already written a world called Tay that would make a good new home for the Rivenese people. The Black Moiety stole some of Gen's partially burned failed linking books, and Catherine rewrote them and linked around using Gen's domes to get some crystals and set up two-way transportation between Riven and Tay. The crystals are way better at powering the books than Gen's domes, and we saw in Gen's journal that he actually had an idea that this might be the case. Many of the Rivenese people have already migrated over to Tay, and I guess the linking book puzzle is supposed to be solvable by the Rivenese people, but not by Gen and his gang. Well, it's nice to know that we're smarter than Team Gen. Catherine also has some things to say about the Starfisher, such as it being sealed with a thick layer of iron next to a giant dagger with a telescope above a hatch. Where have we seen that fits that description? She also learned the hatch combination and that the telescope has a safety latch that prevents it from moving too far and breaking open the fissure. She thinks that breaking open the fissure would be catastrophic. We learned the hatch combination, but it's written in these crazy symbols again. We know these symbols now, but why did Catherine write this journal in English and then use foreign number symbols for this one thing? And what does this insert say? Catherine has been captured by Gen and is being held in a prison. Apparently the combination to release her from prison is in Gen's office. Well, we'd better go to the hatch and open it up just to see what happens. Alright, so... Oh, we can't... I think we need to move this up before we can work with the hatch. Okay, that's the top. Now, we learn the combination. 1, 2, 5, 3, 2. Oh, now my hand is a open hand. Aha! Opened up the thing. Okay. Looks pretty dark down there. Hey, look at this. There's stars. Maybe it'll be a clearer view if we move this down. Okay, this is down all the way. And yeah, this is a much clearer view. Black splotch in the middle, don't know what's going on there. This just looks like outer space. Apparently, we are looking down at the Starfisher. Alright. It is time to break open the fissure. It didn't work at all. Oh, there's a safety latch. Catherine talked about a safety latch, and I don't... Oh! Okay, that was probably it. This looks the same. Oh, look at that. Oh, jeez. We broke it. I think I will say that catastrophic was not an understatement. Hey, who's that?
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine?
Hello, Atris. Where's Catherine? Yeah, I don't know.
The book is empty. I don't understand.
You never did.
Father.
Father! I am no longer your father because you are no longer my son.
Oh no! Hey, watch where you're pointing that thing, man. What do you got there? Atris said he was going to bring a linking buck out of here. I wonder if that's what he's got. Hello, sir?
I don't know what you thought you were doing, but
Yeah, me neither.
thank you. I finally am free.
Oh, oh. And I die standing up. I think that's the happy ending. Alright, so we lose. But at least we now know how to signal Atris, so let's update our objective list. In fact, we also know a little bit more about Catherine. We know that she is still alive and that she's being held prisoner. But we actually don't know where the prison is, so we need to go find that. Also, we read that Catherine has a plan for rescuing the Rivenese people, and she's actually partially done with that already. So we probably need to rescue her first and then see what else needs to be done with that. I think we're ready to try to approach the dome combination puzzle now. So we learned that this is the combination. And some of these look like numbers, but some of these we also don't know. So let's think of everywhere where we've seen symbols like this in the whole world. The only other place we've seen symbols like this is the identifier for Gen's other age that he wrote, which we've been calling the third age. The RD at the end suggests that this is a number that ends with a 3 if you were to pronounce it in English. Something like the 53rd age or something like that. Other than that, we really don't have any clues as to what these symbols would mean. They're probably numbers, and if we look at the dome combination entry, it goes up to 25 ticks, so probably numbers between 1 and 25. We actually have all the pieces we need in order to solve this puzzle right here in front of us. This is the coolest puzzle in this game, and I think it might be my favorite puzzle of all time. You might even say that this puzzle is the reason why I made this Let's Play video series. In order to give you an opportunity to solve it on your own, I'm going to end the video here, and I just want to say that this puzzle is really hard, but totally fair and very satisfying to solve on your own. It might take you about 20 minutes and a pen and paper, but it's really worth a try. So I'll see you in the next video where I'll go over the answer.